All right, here we are back in Living World Season 2. We've caught back up to where we were. Let's see if the server crashes again.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope not.
I'm here, so we're good.
Although the fight was better with Falcon and Karen. I mean, Indy.
I mean, I still wasn't there.
Oh, you were off doing your thing again?
Thank you for your service. I'm sorry you got involved in my
Memorial Day was last
Why
weekend.
was he after you?
He started losing his mind on the ship. He's the one who sabotaged it, you know.
Yes, we know. Did he want revenge on you for something?
No. He wanted me to give him power. Great power. That he couldn't handle. I refused. He could not let it go.
Will you come back now? We can escort you.
No. My journey has only just begun. You will tell my people that I am well, and that I continue onward?
Yeah, sure.
I've got the target.
Won't they ask where you're going?
No. Those who don't know my destination know enough not to ask. Be well. I'm glad our paths crossed today.
Now we speak with Marjorie. We should check his body. I want to know everything there is to know about him. He came through Prosperity. Maybe some of us should go back there, see who else saw him. Great idea. Maybe he said something to someone there. You never know. We still don't know why he was so intent on killing the Master of Peace. I have to confess, his insane ramblings reminded me uncomfortably of Scarlet. Me too. Do you think he was an ally of hers? It's possible, but he didn't mention her specifically. I've got a bad feeling about this. I was deeply unnerved by him. All I could think about was Scarlet and Lion's Arch. What if Scarlet was the tip of the iceberg? Search the saboteur's body. Llama hair and a few bits of straw are stuck to Aaron's clothes, as if he slept in a barn or animal pen recently. Prosperity has some farm animals. I should talk to someone there. A slip of paper is sticking out of a pocket. Pull it out and look at it. This piece of paper is torn, the lettering is frantic and only partially legible. The left half of the paper is missing, but the remaining piece says, "Leader will die. The rest will fall in line. We will not fail." The rest is unreadable. And that's the end of that. Cornered completed. Any achievement things?
Take a look where I am.
Huh? Oh. Hi.
We missed all the other achievements, so we're good.
Okay. Okay, so back down there to the city.
Congratulations, we can now progress.
Yay. I've never really tested this. Do skimmers take any fall damage?
No.
Awesome.
I was going to say, why don't you find out?
Well, I mean, I kind of did, but I wasn't sure if it was just like heavily reduced. Like I could fall from a pretty high distance, but then I thought, well, they don't ever really touch the ground.
I was kind of just hoping he was thinking I was lying.
All right, I found one of the farm animals.
Moo.
Martinus. Oh, wait, he's a char. Sorry. My condolences. Gone. All gone. I'm ruined. Sorry to hear you, brother. Sorry to hear, brother. Sorry to bother you with this. But have you seen a strange Sylvari around here, other than myself? Sure, but she was gone long before all this happened. She was a creepy one, though. Rolled into town with a huge load of crates and bought a place to hole up in. She? I'm looking for a male. In that case, haven't seen him. This other one, though, she kept to herself, and we let her be. You should have seen her, with those crazy red stalks growing out of her head. Wait, really? Who'd know more about her? Ask around, if anyone's left to ask. Maybe someone in town recently tried talking to her. When there was still a town here, I mean. Thank you for the information. Sorry for thinking you were a farm animal.
I will
I
note.
think it's pretty funny.
I will note that by this point in the story, these vines weren't here.
Correct.
This is one of the last changes they ever made in the old Living World model.
Huh. I do remember getting a comment about that when I played through this before.
I think that comment may have been from me.
It does sound like something you would say.
Yeah. And now I even read them in your voice. Oh gods. Look what it did to him. That could have been me. What are those things? We're trying to figure that out. You know of a female Sylvari who came here? I remember her. She came around asking about rumors herself. She said she heard something about the mine in some magical underground river or something.
Oh.
She was looking for it? I told her that if we hit an underground river, we'd abandon the mine on account of how they tend to flood everything without notice, and miners drown. That didn't discourage her. Did she find it? The underground river? No idea. All I know is that she was looking for something. She had excavation equipment in her crates. Maybe she found it and carried her away. They found it and it carried her away. I don't know. Thank you. Dabnia. You've got that look in your eye. What do you need? Information on a Sylvari who lived here.
Hey there, stranger.
I wouldn't say she lived here, just came and went. Moved equipment, though, through here. She'd go into her room and wouldn't come out for days, sometimes weeks. Do you know who she was? Some engineer with obsession all over her. Far as I know, she never said more than 3 words to anyone, and only then if she needed food or supplies. What was she doing here? No idea. There are others around who know more about her than I do. I kept my distance from her while she was around. Thanks. That came out of nowhere. I'm fine. I'm assessing the situation. What do you need? I just want... Oh, yay. Event. I just want directions, actually, to that mysterious Sylvari's room. Ha! You thinking of breaking in and looting her place? Not recommended. That one took personal security to a whole new level. Do you know who she was? She wasn't the friendly type. Despite those perky red pigtail flowers on her head, none of us figured she had anything worth the risk. We want to take a look. Where is it?
Huh?
It's right over there. Remember, I warned you. Instance.
Gypsy did say she'd be right back.
Oh, she did? Oh, I didn't see that or hear that. Sorry.
It's because Kieran quietly dropped it in.
Oh, I
chat.
see. Oh, I see it. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I see that now. We ready? I see y'all.
Well, I don't think that was enough, Gypsy.
Oh.
There's an achievement.
Oh, yeah. She didn't catch that part. We were doing an achievement.
How long do I have to be in it for?
Until I say get out.
Until you get the achievement.
All correct answers.
Oh, I got it. Thanks, guys.
Excuse me, I didn't say you could get out.
Oh, sorry.
That is nowhere near
Let me
10
get-
minutes.
All right, we're good.
All right, time to talk to everybody.
Like the
My
villagers
fur is
were right.
crawling.
Oh, jeez.
Scarlet.
Let's get out of
I
here.
didn't mean all of you at once. I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. This scary Sylvari was Scarlet. Exactly. But are we sure? Who else could it be? It all adds up. So what do you want to do about it? That door's got to be trapped. We proceed with caution. We send the short one. I know what you're... Oh, wrong. Rox, I just talked to
So
you.
we're sending Kieran?
Yeah. No, yeah, sure. What are we waiting for? We're all sure it's Scarlet who was in here. Did you hear that char by the well? I heard. But we have to be careful. Could be trapped. You stand back. I'll bring it down. No, Bram. Not so fast. Send Timey. What does Rox say? She thinks, and I agree, that we need to get in there safely. Seriously, we don't have a key. I say bust it down. I'll have Scruffy do it if you don't. It's got to be one of her lairs. So we're all in agreement. Stay in your golem. The door may be trapped. Good job, Indy.
I'm making progress.
Stay by me, Tiny.
Ow.
The crackle of magic creates a steady hum around the door. It's locked. And the threat is clear.
All clear. My fur is crawling. Let's get out of here. My fur is crawling. Let's get out of here. My fur is crawling. Let's get out of here. My fur is crawling. Let's get out of here. My
Indy,
fur
are
is
you doing
crawling.
that?
Let's get out of here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was about to say, and this is why Rox is getting kicked out of the party.
I was about to say, like, am I about to crash again?
My fur is crawling. Let's get out of here.
Okay. All right, inspect. Let's inspect things. I just
Looks
had
like
one
the
thing.
villagers were right. Scarlet was
My
here.
fur
Looks
is
like the
crawling.
villagers were right.
Let's get out of here.
Looks like the villagers were right.
I
Scarlet
had
was
it
here.
inspect and it went away because then
Dustin
Bram
is
got in the
sick.
way.
Looks like the
These
villagers
plants
were
are all
right.
My
dead.
fur is
She
crawling.
definitely
Let's get
hasn't
out of
been
here.
here in a long
My
time.
fur is crawling. Let's get out of here.
Look,
My fur is
look,
crawling.
this is a
Looks like the
historical
get out of
villagers were
here.
right.
Careful
We can make a remix.
Pop a
gasket. Been here in a very long time. This, and that.
Oh, here
pretty
comes Casimir.
Blarg.
Language. More vines?
Sorry.
As if there's not a lot of
Cut the
people.
bong and spray the Lysol. Here
More
comes
vines?
Mom.
What
Looks
is
like, what do you
this
say we
place?
break open some of these crates? One good whack with my mace and...
No,
More
no,
vines?
no. Be careful.
Gardener.
You could destroy
I'll tell you,
something
this whole thing makes so much more
extremely
sense now.
Oh yeah.
Probably report this find to somebody. Ellen Keel, perhaps?
Even with me
No,
like half
no,
paying
are
attention
you
to it because we're
crazy?
just goofing off.
You can't tell
Right.
anybody. They come and take it all away. I need time.
You've already
What do you
done
need
all
time
this.
for?
Yeah.
You don't
Like,
need to be
I-
digging
you know,
in this old junk.
It is
If
not
anyone's
junk.
watching this that
Scarlet
hasn't
Dead.
played the game,
Let's let sleeping
well,
dragons.
they're watching the
good
wrong
on 'em.
person.
I found something interesting.
I would
here.
recommend going and watching
see.
the original episode.
Yeah.
I don't know that this was recorded.
Yeah, I got this far.
At least
I got a little bit farther than this in the
For that
first
weird
bit.
hairdo.
Okay, I didn't realize you'd actually recorded and published it though.
Oh, you're right. You know, some of it may not have ever gotten published. I think it all did. Look at this book and then tell me what you think. Okay. Okay. Yep. There we go. The Nature of Dragons by Ogden Stonehealer. Or should I say, The Dragons of Nature? Yes, dragons have long been thought to be as much a part of Tyria as the sun, moon, land, and seas. Bless you. No one, not even the dwarves, know how long they've been here. The Jotun and the Norn both have lingering stories passed down through the generations about the last rise of the dragons. Most scholars give these tales little credit, unfortunately, as so much time has passed. It was over 10,000 years ago that the dragons last returned to their slumber. The very existence of these tales, however, indicates that the dragons have awakened at least twice in history. The word Mordremoth is heavily scratched into the margins. Ancient documents found now in the Derman Priory's collection reveal accounts passed down by other races, such as the powerful seers and even the human gods themselves. Isn't this fascinating? We hear dragon stories all our lives, but they're usually fairy tales or stories intended to keep young children from misbehaving. I never thought of them as part of nature. They are ancient elder dragons, after all. If this is any indication, Scarlet's research into the dragons started early. I wonder what it was that attracted her to studying them. Their power, perhaps. It seems to be a theme with her. Yes, you're probably right. But she wanted knowledge, too. Answers to life's biggest questions. She seems to have recognized early on that the dragons were part of something more. Something universal. Yes.
She must have been young when she was here. It looks like she was still a student.
I will have a more distinct conclusion later, but my preliminary assessment is that, yes, we're seeing remnants of her early years.
Look at this.
Looks
How
like
long
the
ago
villagers
would you
were
say
right.
Scarlet was here?
Scarlet was
It
here.
looks like she was already studying ley lines.
Not surprising.
I love how the
She
little
was well ahead
floating
of her peers. We
poof
Asura
ball is
have been
looking at
studying them for
the
decades.
drawing.
But you didn't know much about them.
They are elusive.
Is this what I think it is? It looks like ley lines. What do you think?
Don't ask me. I'm not an expert.
You. Yes. Oh, look at this drawing and tell me. Oh, I'm supposed to look at the drawing. Sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Look at this photograph.
This hand-drawn image is more symbolic than literal. It shows the world as a machine with various moving parts. The pale tree sits at its heart. Though crude, it's strangely beautiful, don't you agree? Do you think Scarlet made it? Maybe. It looks like it represents Tyria. Tyria, if you're a Sylvari. The pale tree is at the center. Didn't I hear that Scarlet strangled the pale tree in some vision she had? All Sylvari have the pale tree at the center of their lives. Do you think it means anything? How powerful is the pale tree? More powerful than we will ever know, I suspect. She is our mother.
Do you think she was evil back then?
Bless you.
She was misunderstood.
She had to have always been evil. You don't suddenly turn evil overnight.
What about the branded? They did. They got corrupted.
Good point.
Hey, watch it with that tail. Oh, it's a steam minotaur!
Ow! Do you mind?
Inside voice, please, Tiny.
Timmy, you sound like a harpy.
Yeah, but did you see?
I see.
You're not even looking!
Obnoxious child. Whoops.
Redundant.
I just accidentally pulled out my gun on Timey. But also in a way that I've... Wait a minute. How did I do that? Whoa. I just saw my gun in first-person perspective. Like, as if this was like an actual first-person game.
Like you look down the sights and everything?
Yeah. I mean, not like aim down sights. I don't know how I did that. It was clearly a glitch. Man, that looks so cool. I wish it actually did that. Do you see it? Do you see? It's a steam minotaur. I see, Timey. It's very nice. I did talk to Timey. I'm talking to Timey. Okay, you actually want me to look at the steam minotaurs, what you want me to do. A partially disassembled steam minotaur. Leave. Okay, now talk to Timey. The steam creature may have been her prototype. It has flaws. What do you mean, flaws? Oh, I couldn't possibly explain it in terms you would understand. You'll just have to trust me on it. If you say so, jerk. Kill
No
the
one's
little
ever going
one.
to be able to decipher Scarlet's chicken scratchings. What is all this Asuran googly mook anyway? These symbols and things make me nervous.
Those are alchemagical symbols. I'm not exactly sure what they mean either, but I'll figure it out with time.
Yeah, so I sneezed. I muted it in OBS, so OBS didn't pick it up. And then as I sneezed, I realized, I didn't mute it in Discord. So the video might just have a bunch of random people in the party going, bless you, bless you, bless you.
Nobody said it out loud, though.
Nobody said it out loud. Indy just wrote it, wrote it in chat. Which is why I brought it up. What am I looking for? Talk to Rox. Oh, I'm like looking around in first person, and then I got to look up because Rox is very tall. This looks like it was her diary. Take a look and tell me what you think. Okay. Okay, but you're kind of in the way. Dear Diary, writing longhand is for the birds. I've discovered a device of Asuran origin that will allow me to record my journal from this point forward. Read on. Do not think that I am ungrateful to you, but I must continue to evolve at every moment. The future awaits us all, and I plan to be amazing when it comes. Read on. This will be my last entry as an ink-splattering student. Starting tomorrow, I am a researcher, an engineer, and a visionary. I confess to a mixture of fear and excitement. Read on. I believe I found one of these mythical ley lines, and if I can study it well, my understanding of Tyria's inner workings will increase in leaps and bounds. Who knows what the future will hold? I've never been very magic-minded, and both Omad and Scarlet were crazy. To think that you could see the whole of the world in one moment, it's ridiculous. Perhaps it's true. The mind is a powerful tool. Yeah, and some people don't use theirs enough. Wishful thinking won't get you to the trough. True.
I think it's time to go. I've got more important things to do.
You do, maybe, but I don't. This is the biggest day of my life. Look at all the Scarlet paraphernalia.
Isn't
I
it
agree with
neat?
Bram.
You would.
Look at this
You
stuff.
guys can go, but
Isn't
I'm
it
not
neat?
leaving. I need to document all this. I can use this to write the thesis that will make me famous.
I don't know.
She'll be okay. She's in a village. She's got a golem.
I guess it'll be okay. We'll be back for you later, Squeak. If you
Yes.
run into any trouble,
Leave
find
the
a
little one
Zephyr.
behind.
They can be trusted.
I will. Now stop worrying and let me get to work.
Yeah, stop worrying. Let her
Let's
get to work.
get out of here, Bram. Between the dust and the weirdness, I'm done.
You be careful, kid. We'll be back later.
Abandon the child.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Tiny, stay out of trouble.
Oh, I gotta
We'll be
talk to
back
Tiny again?
He has a lot to say.
Hang on a second. There's mention here of a miner who found the ley line hub that Scarlet was looking for. I wonder if she's still here. Maybe you could go see. She's a Norn named Tosca. What are you going to do? I'm staying here. Do you realize the historical significance of this find? Not to mention the salvage rights. I'll be writing papers, treatises, and dissertations on this until I'm 80. I don't get the thrill. Well, no, of course you wouldn't, being you. But for an Asura, this is the find of a lifetime. I was fated to be the one to discover it. You were fated? Yes, I knew from the first moment I heard about her that Scarlet's fate and mine were intertwined, and now I shall be her biographer. I only wish I'd had a chance to speak with her. What do you think she was doing out here? My developing belief is that she found a ley line hub somewhere in this area. All the evidence points to it. I'm quite sure she was performing research at it and on it. It's so exciting. I hope we find it.
Scruffy, I need my supplies.
Alrighty. Heading out to talk to Tosca.
To be fair, she did kind of immediately. Like the first moment that she heard about Scarlet was like dibs.
Yeah. Shotgun. Come, little ones. Come to the mines. The children
No.
yearn for the mines.
Hey, who's got a personal waypoint set?
Kyle.
Oh, do I? Oh, you know what? That was that happened probably when I was looking for the exit door. I bet it had to have been. Well, maybe not, because I don't even remember how to set one. Oh, there it is. Okay, anyways. Miner Tosca. You lost?
Many happy greetings.
No, I'm looking for a miner named Tosca. I have questions about the ley line hub. You dummy, her name is above her head. You found her. That's what that strange Sylvari female called the pocket of magical energy I tapped when I was digging out in the wastes beyond town. You don't want to go anywhere near that. Maybe, but I'd still like to know the story. I was mining copper and broke through into an inner chamber in the rock. Suddenly, a bright light blinded us all. We didn't go any deeper, too dangerous, but changed the direction of our digging. You told the Sylvari woman about this? Yes, and you should have seen her light up. It was as if I was Tix and Tox delivering a special toy for her. Where was this pocket of magical energy? Out west of town, but that tunnel caved in just after I told the Sylvari what we'd found. I always suspected she collapsed it and dug her own way in. You should find her and ask her about it. Can't. She's dead.
Hey, Kieran, if you didn't interact with this person, you should. Episode 1 complete.
Yay! Excellent. That's a good place to stop. I was just looking at the time, and I was like, okay, well, Emily's got to leave for something in a little bit, and I've got to help get Carter ready for camp. So, that'll do it for today. I already got my screenshot for this episode. I got a great shot of Kirimp sitting next to the lane line picture. Artwork, it was really cute. I love it.
Aww.
It was adorable. I still just look at Kirimp's skin and think, this isn't fair. No one's allowed to have such a perfect, cute skin. Am I right?
Especially because he's playing on an Asura.
Exactly. It's even more insulting that it's an Asura, right? But the top hat and the scarf and the whole get-up, I just love it. I think it's adorable. Anyways, that's enough gushing about Kirimp. He's blushing now. We will see you all next time with more Living World Season 2. Adios. Goodbye.